Show that we're live?
Yep.
Cool. Now let me pull it up on here. Okay. And it shows we are live now. Okay. Now we're going to just wait and see how fast we get our 8 dislikes. Instantly. I mean, it's going to happen. So Colby checking in. What's up, Colby? Calum checking in. What's up, Calum? Good to have you guys jumping on really quick. Shout out to you guys. Okay. And we are live. Can you move adjust the camera a little bit away from me? So a little more towards the chair a little bit. And let me see what that looks like. Okay, actually the other way. My bad. Okay, that way, a teeny bit more. That's pretty good. Let's see. This is all the pre-stuff. This is all live, by the way, so shout out to everybody. Maybe lift the entire thing and twist it a little bit that way. That's good. Okay. This is good. Okay. 7:54. So we're live now, so if you want to go ahead and share it and do what you got to do, you got a couple minutes to do that, and then I'll bring you in. So what is up, everybody? This is episode 13 of the Dayton Live Show. We do have a guest today, and I'm really excited to bring him on. But real quick, we're going to go ahead and just chill for a second. Let everything get set up a little bit. Let some people get in. A lot of the times, the notifications don't hit you instantly. Sometimes it takes up to 15 minutes to get the notifications. So real quick, shout out to the 5 people who smashed the like button. It's rare that we get 5 likes before 5 dislikes. Oh, we just got the first dislike. Everybody be ready. The next 10 are coming. The next 10 are coming. But shout out to Colby. Thank you for coming on. Colb, how you doing, bro? Haven't talked to you. It at least feels like I haven't talked to you in a minute, even though, I mean, I message you on Instagram and stuff. But it feels like I haven't talked to you in a minute. But, let's see, real quick. 12. Real quick, a couple things before we get started, you guys. You guys should already know this, but if you guys are watching this after the show, meaning you are not watching it live, you guys are watching it after the fact, you guys should be able to go down into the comment section. There should be a comment left by the Dayton Live Show that has timestamps of every single thing that we talk about during this, so you guys can kind of skip through the live stream if you want to get to certain points, or if you want to skip past some things. If you don't like what we're talking about and want to get into the next spot, you guys know where to find that. So if you guys are watching this after the fact, you guys go down into the comment section. You guys can skip around, find what is entertaining to you. Also, you guys, I just want to real quick, I've been promoting it a couple videos now. I do have a new Instagram promoted directly for my YouTube. It's not just for me, it's just for the Dayton Live Show. So if anybody wants to follow me directly onto Instagram, you can find me on Instagram at Dayton.yt. Simple as that, DAYTON.YT. You guys can follow me. Follow that page. That's where all of the YouTube updates are going to be. Everything will be through that. It won't be through my normal Instagram. So guys, please, 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 if you haven't already, go follow that. All right, we already got the dislikes matched, so it's coming in. It's coming in. And now, yep, the viewers are starting to come in. I can see them coming. We got 8 people watching now. So things are going. You know, like I said, these notifications do take a little while to hit you guys. So I'm really excited to see how many people we get jumping in today. Colby says, doing good, man. How are you? I'm good, Cole. I'm tired today, man. If you guys have watched any of my last videos, Utah's going crazy. I mean, the whole world's going crazy, really. But Utah, man, I mean, I'm surprised that where I work hasn't been shut down yet. Like, it's amazing me. I mean, I've seen probably 2 or 3, maybe 4 customers for the entirety of the day today. So We'll see how it goes. I'd be willing to bet by this time, by episode 14, I probably won't have a job for the month or something. But we'll see. Hopefully that's not the case. Luckily, I was not one of the ones who got their hours cut. So, I mean, everyone got their hours cut, but I wasn't cut. Some people were completely let go. Some people were cut down to leave of absence. Some of them were cut down to literally 5 hours a week. Some people have been really getting screwed over. But luckily, I was not one of those. So, everything's going good still for me personally. I'm not quarantining yet. I'm assuming a lot of you guys are quarantining. So, I'm expecting a lot of people on this stream today. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to get too greedy. But looks like we're only 2 minutes away from the stream, and I don't want to keep him standing over here. So real quick, guys, with me today, I have the co-host of the Fast Break podcast with Taylor and Jake. My guy, Taylor Harper, coming in.
What's up?
What up? So I got this little mic right here.
Okay.
Go ahead, hook you up. So we got the mic going good. And it should just be... Oh, God. It is stuck. There you go. Remind me of the good old days.
Oh, yes.
Taylor, me and Taylor went to high school. We actually had a few classes together, and one of the classes was a video class.
Right.
So we used to have these little microphones back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
good old times.
Good old times. Good old times. T-Simp TV says, "Hey, I'm gonna take a shower. Get ready to hear it." Okay.
Alrighty.
Thanks
Sweet.
for letting me know that. And then Polly B. Oh, Polly B. Shout out to you. Polly B's a Lakers fan. I actually haven't seen you in a little while. But the good thing is we're going to have an NBA-based show today, and we got an NBA watcher. So
Sweet.
I think it'll be beneficial.
Yeah.
But shout out to Polly B. Thank you for coming in. He says, 6 Stockton throwback.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, man. It's actually not a throwback. It's technically it's like a makeshift throwback. But thank you, man, for noticing that. And then of course I got the legend right here behind me. As you can tell, it's kind of wrinkly. I wore it once. Okay, I wore it once. Just calm down. Cali Halo says, OG checking in. What's up, homie? So Cali Halo is one of my longtime, especially during the live shows. They've showed up consistently every live stream. So shout out to Cali Halo. And we are 1 minute away from the show starting, you guys. So I promise the content will be coming. We're going to try to keep it around, the hour mark. Taylor may have to leave. We'll see how everything's going. But we're going to try to keep it around the hour mark. And then anything after that, it can just be open chat with me and you or whatever we want to do. We got Voodoo checking in. Another one of my kind of... Well, he's actually... Honestly, he ain't loyal. He ain't loyal because... The first live stream they saw was last live stream. So they're actually a new subscriber. So shout out. You are just as important as anybody else, Voodoo, I promise, okay? But shout out to you for coming in. We got 11 people watching now.
Sweet.
So we got a decent little audience. It's a good little time. And boom, 8 dislikes on the dot. Dude, I told you this.
Yep.
I told him before the show, 8 dislikes is going to get in here. Okay, I lied. Voodoo's like, I'm not a new subscriber, man. Okay, Voodoo's not a new subscriber. But they're new to commenting. Because you didn't comment until last week. So you're kind of new. But so they have been around. I think they may have commented on my videos like forever ago when I was doing food reviews, but I haven't seen Voodoo again since last week. So you're kind of new, kind of not. Caleb Phil says, I know Taylor Harper as well.
Yeah, I know Caleb.
We got Caleb.
Oh, yeah, I remember Caleb.
I'll tell you what, Caleb he checks in my videos, first comment every time. Like clockwork, dude.
Sick.
He just goes in, D-Squad checking in every single time.
Caleb's such an awesome guy.
So shout out to Caleb. He really is an awesome guy.
Caleb's way cool.
He's an awesome guy. All right, guys, it is officially 8 o'clock. We got 11 people. Voodoo says new to the Dayton Live Show, but not to the channel.
There you go.
That's respect. That makes sense. Cool. Hopefully, we'll get football updates as well as some of the other consistent people coming in. But once again, sometimes these notifications take a minute to hit.
Right.
YouTube is slow.
Right.
Some people, they don't have like the bell all the way on. They just have it like I'll show up in their feed, but they won't get a notification that I'm live.
Right.
So we kind of get people coming in and out. For example, El Barto, it's that time of the week again. D-Squad. Yeah, El Barto is another one that comes onto my streams all the time. So I think with 13 people watching now, this is a good time to go ahead and start the show. So what is up, everybody? My name is Dayton Simpson, and this is the Dayton Live Show. This is episode number 13. Honestly, when I started the show, I wasn't sure I was going to make it to 13 episodes. But here I am. We do have a new guest, a new face. I'm excited. So this is Taylor. Personally, forget about the podcast. Just you personally.
Right.
Anything you want to say? Like, kind of tell them who you are.
Yeah. So my name is Taylor Harper. Podcast aside. I'm a big Boston Celtics fan, as you guys could probably tell. But no, Boston Celtics aside, huge basketball fan in general. I just love the sport, love the atmosphere. It's just a lot of fun. Me and Dayton have known each other for years. You went to Rocky Mountain, didn't you?
Yes.
We went to junior high together. We mainly knew each other more in high school. We've played basketball for years.
Yep.
So that's how I know Dayton.
Yep, sure. And a lot of my friends, honestly, have come from that route.
Right.
But for anybody who doesn't know, Taylor is the co-host of a relatively new podcast called The Fast Break with Taylor and Jake. And unfortunately, it looks like I got the worst half because that's not the rhyme. Jake is the rhyme. So now it's just The Fast Break with Taylor and Date.
Yeah, Taylor and Date.
I mean, I don't know what it is, but we got Taylor. So real quick, you guys can find him on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, pretty much anywhere there's podcasts, you guys can find him. I'm sure it's just a simple lookup of The Fast Break.
Yeah.
Or do you have to type in The Fast Break with Taylor and Jake?
I would recommend typing in The Fast Break with Taylor and Jake because there is another Fast Break with so-and-so.
Okay.
And they have, I think, like basketball sneakers
Does theirs
on
rhyme?
those. No.
Oh, what losers?
Yeah,
See,
right.
they've already
ours rhymes. So
they've already taken the gold, man.
Yeah, right. So there you go.
Cool. See, once again, you can find them on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, etc. Find them anywhere that podcasts are available. The Fast Break. These guys obviously is a basketball centric podcast. They kind of like to consider themselves a little comedy, a little comedic. But I've been listening. They've had 16 episodes. They get dozens of viewers every video, and I'm excited to have you, man.
Yeah.
I like to have somebody with me who's doing something, and it happens to be something that I enjoy and I like. So real quick, I'll let you talk about that in a second. I'm just going to go right down the comments. I want to keep everybody involved. Right. Voodoo says, he looks familiar, and I don't know why.
Who's this?
It's Voodoo.
Voodoo, okay.
I don't know. Callie Halo says, glad you are feeling better today. Yes, I'm feeling great today. Last live stream, I was a little under the weather. Today, I'm just tired.
Right.
I ain't nothing else but tired. Voodoo says, I'll go follow him on Spotify. So, boom. Y'all already got one. That's the whole goal of today, you guys, is to try to, like, I've talked about this on a lot of my past live streams. I don't have a huge audience, I don't have a huge platform, but what I do want to do is help out anybody I can, especially my close friends, people that are doing stuff similar to what I like to do. And for anybody, nothing's planned yet. Nothing is word for word ready to go. But as far as I know, Taylor and Jake are going to allow me to come onto one of the shows.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yep.
So you guys, if you guys really want to go over, kind of hear my word more specifically on sports and basketball. I mean basketball in particular. Yep. Definitely, guys. I'm going to be over there. I don't know when. I will, of course, give you guys updates on this channel. If I do know when that'll happen. Right now, you guys know the NBA is kind of crazy. Crazy is to say the least. I mean, nothing like this has ever happened in the history of basketball or sports.
Well, I think sports in general.
So, I mean, it's kind of, 16 weeks ago. Yeah. I'm sure you didn't know this was going to happen. But they're still going strong, and they actually recently just posted one of their podcasts this week. So they're still going. They're still finding content. And once again, I endorse it fully. So guys, definitely go give it a listen. How long are the podcasts usually?
So we actually have an hour limit.
Okay.
So it's usually within the hour. So it doesn't go past an hour though.
Okay, so that's good because some podcasts, man, they're like 5 hours. I mean, my show, for God's sake, sometimes goes 3 hours. So it is what it is.
Right.
Let's see. I'll go follow him on Spotify. El Barto says, shout out to the host and the guest. Shout out, El Barto. He says, have you seen Robbie P2's new video? Seems like he's getting hit hard by the damn trolls. Sorry. Yes, Robbie. I watched his actual last video. I feel bad for him, man. That's kind of, I don't know if you know who. Do you know who Robbie P2 is?
I don't think so.
Okay. So this isn't to you. But for anybody who's followers of Robbie P2, man, he's been just basically constantly attacked by trolls. He's a food reviewer, a food vlogger, he likes to say now. And he was actually attacked on YouTube. And then he left YouTube, went to Instagram TV, and recently has come back. And now their trolls are kind of coming back at him. So I feel bad for him because he's a genuine good dude. But yeah, the trolls are definitely back in, and it's kind of shitty. But gosh, dude, I'm sorry, man. Okay, here's my thing. Let me just say, this is my fault. I apologize, Taylor. I apologize. Okay, his show is a clean show. My show is supposed to be a clean show today. But sometimes I just can't. I can't. I'm sorry. It's just like my vocabulary nowadays. So I'm sorry. I will not say anything really bad. Okay? I promise. Voodoo says, that's why you don't do food reviews, man. It's all the trolls. Hey, man, I still get my fair share of trolls. Plenty of them on this show because of my past of doing food reviews. A lot of these people have come from that. But, guys, let's get ahead and go ahead into the actual show. So, once again, co-host of the Fast Break with Taylor and Jake. This is Taylor. Jake isn't here today. Maybe we can get him onto the show or both of them together at some point in the future. But, guys, please go ahead and... is it subscribe? What's the right
subscribe.
word?
That's
subscribe.
Fine.
Okay. Subscribe to the Fast Break Podcast on whatever website, whatever app, whatever things you use to watch it. One of their segments they do pretty much every time, right?
Yep.
Is that they do their player profiles, and it's one of my favorites. They kind of break it down, and it's something that they consistently do. And the thing I actually like about the player profiles is they're not just like, oh, let's do LeBron. Like, last week they did Vince Carter, right?
Yep.
Vince Carter. But they also go down the list to smaller guys. And some guy Taylor really likes, like Tyus Jones. Some players like that. So it's not just like, okay, well, let's just do the top of the league that everybody knows.
Right.
Like, they also break down role players. They break down, and I appreciate that part of it because a lot of people don't focus on it.
Right.
So right now, during the NBA suspension, what's the plan? You got any plan at all?
Yeah, I mean, we've done the hat game before. You know what the hat game is, right? We have a hat where we pick people's names out and who they would win one-on-one. We'll probably do that a little bit more.
Okay.
We probably will do what Jake doesn't want to do, which is just kind of go ahead and give our end-of-season awards. I mean, basically, whether it will be the end of the season or not, we'll probably give those predictions. I need to talk to Jake a little bit more about what we're doing as far as quarantining in the whole NBA. But I mean, we're still planning on doing it. Maybe we'll touch on like NBA TV right now. They're playing previous games. Maybe we'll touch on those kind of previous games and go over them a little bit or whatever.
Yeah.
But
so it's kind of right now it's just improv, man.
Yeah, we'll probably just take individual teams and for that whole episode just bust down everything about that team.
I'm gonna make a prediction. He don't know nothing. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm gonna make a prediction about your podcast though.
Okay.
I'm going to predict that you guys are going to find a new segment, a new thing that you guys are going to implement, and it's going to be good for the podcast.
That'd be sweet.
So I predict. I'm calling it. I mean, he's not even. Are you confident in yourself, man?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
But anyway, I predict that you guys will sit down, have the right conversation, find another segment to put on during this quarantine, and I'm excited to find out what it's going to be.
Me too.
It's going to happen, man.
Yep.
It's going to happen.
It will.
I can feel it happening.
Okay.
All right. So. Real quick, anything you want to say about the podcast?
Yeah, like you touched, it's kind of like a comedy NBA podcast. We do try to have a lot of fun, whether we're really not funny or funny. It's up to you guys to debate. Yeah. But I mean, I think we're pretty funny. But yeah, we just like to have a lot of fun. That's kind of what it's about. We talk about mainly. We do talk about Jazz a lot because we are in Utah, but we try to talk about other teams as well. My favorite team is Celtics. Jake's favorite team is the Miami Heat. So we got a lot of diversity going there, and we try to talk about the whole league instead of just the Jazz as well.
So that's actually something I liked about it because on your first episode and a couple times, I mean, the Jazz, some of the episodes during the Jazz struggles, you guys didn't even necessarily touch on that, and I respected that because it's easy for a Jazz fan to just be like, let's make this show about the Jazz being shit. But
right.
God, dude, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But, it's hard to really... Like, I respect that you did that because, you could have easily focused on what you know. Because, like, obviously living in Utah, you know a lot more personal. You kind of feel it more in Utah when it comes with the Jazz.
Right.
So I actually respect that. So, guys, once again, for all these viewers, a lot of which, most of them probably are not from Utah.
Right.
All of your guys' favorite NBA teams will be mentioned. It's a fun show. I really like it.
The viewers or the listeners to also comment to us if you have our number, if you live in Utah, whatever, just reach out to us if you guys want us to talk about a specific team or a specific player. We would love to hear from you guys, and we'll talk about whatever you guys want us to talk about too.
So speaking of that, what is a good way for them to reach out to you personally besides just like in the comments or?
Right. We do have an email.
Okay.
Which I believe Jake has that, but I believe it is the Fast Break 2018 at gmail.com, I believe.
18?
Yeah, I know.
Why
19
18?
and 20 were both, 2019 and 2020 were taken.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know why. But yes,
you had to travel back in time to get that one.
Yeah.
No, that's all right. So what about, so email is that your preferred way of
probably email or Yeah, like if you follow us on Facebook, you can comment on our posts or whatever. Twitter, Jake's in charge of the Twitter as well, so if you want to tweet at us a little bit.
Oh, and it's also, guys, Instagram. They do have an Instagram page, and I will have the link to their Instagram page as well in the description. It's not there right now because obviously we're just live, but it will be in the description. As soon as this video is over, you guys can find, the Apple Podcast link as well as the Instagram link.
Sweet.
So I'm trying, man. I promise. I can't guarantee anything.
Right, yeah.
But I promise. Let's see. El Barto says, I have an idea for a segment for the podcast. Maybe you guys can do voiceovers after some games and make it seem like the star players are on the show. What? You can implement some comedy into that. So like what? Like you show up and you're LeBron or something?
I guess. That could work.
You know what? I don't hate it.
Right?
When I read that, I was a bit like,
what the heck?
But I don't hate it. It'd be funny.
Yeah, right.
If you're trying to take the comedy approach, it wouldn't be that bad. Like, maybe you could even Jamal Murray's gotten himself into some a little bit of trouble. So like, you could have like a pretend Jamal Murray come onto the show,
right?
And you could interview Jamal Murray, even though you're not interviewing Jamal Murray, and you could just have somebody act. That wouldn't actually.
Not too bad. That's not too bad.
That's actually not
too bad.
Maybe they'll have to think about it. But once again, all up to them. Callie says you guys have an IG set up. Yes.
Yes.
Is it just, it's the _fast break 2019?
Yes.
Correct? So let me type that in for you guys. The _fast break 2019. That's how you guys can find them on Instagram. Guys, please go follow them on Instagram. And once again, this is a relatively new. They just released episode 16, so they've had 16 weeks. They usually upload on Tuesdays?
Yeah, we film on Tuesdays, and it goes up on Tuesdays, and then I'll usually promote it on Wednesdays.
Okay, yeah, so. That's what I do, too. I promote the day after to try to, you get your original, and then you get the extras.
Right.
So, but yes, definitely, guys, it's worth a follow. I mean, like I said, it's new, and I guarantee a year from today, as long as they keep it going, a year from today, it'll be pretty decent. I mean, that's the number one thing. If I can give any advice to you, for somebody who used to have a decent channel,
right? Yeah, right.
I mean, I like my channel now, but like for somebody who used to, really, it comes down to consistency.
Yeah,
and it comes down to schedule. Make sure you stick, like you say, Tuesdays. Try not to change that if you can.
Yeah.
And basically just consistency. Stay consistent with the uploads. Stay consistent with the segments.
Right.
And then eventually, if this gets big enough, obviously you can expand it into twice a week, 3 times a week, or whatever. And maybe each week you can do a different segment or something like that. Callie Halo says, I like the concept. Not bad, bro. Talking about El Barto's voiceover. So, hey, I mean, it's something to think about.
Right, yeah, for sure.
And especially if it's something that a fan suggests, maybe it would be funny. It actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the comedy in me is making me think that would actually be pretty funny.
Right.
Like, you could be like, all right, because like no one can see the podcast.
Right.
So it's just your voice. You'd be like, all right, guys, on the show joining us today is Rudy Gobert. The original coronavirus.
Right, yeah.
The guy who created it. And then you walk in, it's like, hello, like, Rudy Gobert. Yeah. And you just, that actually wouldn't be that bad. BN873 Yum says, why are you ignoring my comments? I haven't seen any of your comments on the stream. Once again, if you guys leave messed up comments, sometimes they don't show up. And then I've even seen some not messed up comments for some reason not show up. So once again, I try my hardest to read every single comment. Okay. Right. So I'm sorry if it feels like I'm ignoring you, I promise. He said, I said he looks sweaty.
Well,
dude, I'm sweaty right now. I'll be honest. It's hot.
It's a little hot. I was about to say, it's a little hot. A light beaming down on me.
Well, last week it was like dang near storming. So I had that window open.
Right.
So I closed it, and now it's actually hot because we got weather's finally good again in Utah. So shout out to Utah. If anything's going good for us, the weather's here.
Yeah, right.
But the light.
Yeah.
It's like heat.
Yeah.
Like, if you go up by it, you can feel it. It can cook something. I guarantee it. El Barto says, aha, yeah, man. And it doesn't have to be a long segment, just punchlines and such to engage the listener a bit more.
Right.
Hey, so suggestions.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't have to take in any of these, but it's suggestions from somebody. El Barto said he was going to go follow you. So,
sweet. Yeah,
so maybe you can see him around. El Barto, make sure you comment on his next stream. Let him know you're there, or wherever you can find him. Email him, go on Instagram. Let him know you're there so then he knows. But yeah, of course, my goal here is to try to help where I can.
Right.
So finally, 17 minutes in, we're gonna get into some of the things ahead. So we know your name.
Right.
We know what you do. We know why I have you on the show.
Right.
So right now, I just got 6 questions. Okay. Actually, this is episode 13, so I have 13 questions. We're gonna go down a list of 13 questions, random, not basketball related, and then we'll get into some basketball related.
Okay.
But right now, episode 13. So we're gonna have 13 questions for the 13th episode. All
Okay.
right?
Sounds good to me.
So the first 6 come from a website. It's kind of a funny name for a website, but the website is Mantelligence.
All right.
So this comes from mantelligence.com, and the title is 109 funny get to know you questions. Okay. I just chose 6 of them.
Okay.
So these are weird questions. They're not like normal questions that you'd probably be asked on a normal basis, just to get to know Taylor a little better. Okay. So number 1, what is the dumbest way you have been injured or hurt yourself? Do you have any?
Oh, basketball.
Okay, what happened?
So I don't think I actually told you guys the
truth.
Do you remember when I broke my hand when we were on the last time we were on the basketball team? I broke my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you how I actually did it?
Mm-mm.
So I told the whole team. This is now coming out. This is brand new. No one knows this.
This is breaking news.
This is breaking news. So I told them I tripped over a guy and pushed down. No, I got mad that there was no call and I punched the wall.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's how you broke it?
So that's how I broke my pinky. I got a boxer's glove fracture.
That is pretty dumb.
So.
But I mean, we've seen Amari Stoudemire do it.
Now what do I do?
You Amari Stoudemire, right? Man. That's awesome. That's funny.
Yeah.
So I mean, you actually had a good answer to that. You know, like for me, I haven't really been injured a lot. Like I know it sounds stupid, it sounds dumb, but like I haven't had a major injury. So kind of weird. Number 2. This question's been going around the internet a little bit. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Explain.
I like, for a sandwich for me,
to
have a bun or bread, item in the middle,
and
then another piece of bread on top. It doesn't matter if it's tilted to the side. It doesn't matter if it's tilted to the side.
Okay.
It's a sandwich.
So I'm going to throw a wrench into that real quick, okay? A sandwich, what kind of bread are we talking about? Because is a bun, so do you consider a hamburger a sandwich?
Yes.
Or like, is it its own thing? It's a burger. It's a hamburger.
It's a burger, yeah. It's a burger, I guess.
Or is it a sandwich? Because like on a menu, you don't look up burgers in the sandwich aisle.
I have a cheese sandwich.
You know, you don't look up the sandwich, the burgers in the sandwich section. It's in a burger section.
Right.
So if a hot dog is in a bun and not in bread, is a hot dog its own thing? Therefore making it not a sandwich.
So it's not even a burger or a sandwich. It's just a hot dog.
A hot dog is its own thing because it has a specific bun made for this thing instead of just bread.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
It's an interesting thought.
That's interesting.
There's a lot of debate going on online right now. It's actually kind of a funny thing.
That's what you do when you're in quarantine.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. And that's actually one of the questions it's literally trending right now. Kind of is a hot dog a sandwich thing. So what do you guys think? Is hot dog a sandwich? I'd like to hear. Maybe we need a tiebreaker here.
Right, yeah.
Number 3. Who or where would you haunt if you were a ghost? You've thought about this before?
Who or where would I haunt?
Who or where would you haunt if you were a ghost?
To be honest. Ooh, I don't know. That's tough. I'd probably haunt my own home.
You know,
and it'd probably just to be with to mess with my mom.
Yeah, like mess
because my mom and I used to ghost hunt all the time. So I'm used to that kind of environment.
I remember you telling me that.
So maybe I'd just play a few pranks on her or whatever, pull some curtains down or whatever or something. I don't know.
So you'd haunt your own mother.
I'd probably haunt your mom.
You'd haunt your own mother, Taylor. All right, that's actually a good question, a good answer, because I was thinking that same thing. I'd probably come back to like my exact family,
right?
Just to see. But so that was question number 3. I'm telling you, these questions are weird.
Okay.
Number 4. What is something that you dislike, but you literally don't know why you don't like it? You just hate it.
Joe Ingles.
Oh,
that was easy. I don't know why. I don't.
It's just
I don't know why I don't like Joe, because everyone else loves Joe Ingles.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Jingle Joe, but I just
something about him.
Just something about him. He looks like he just woke up out of bed, smoked a few pipes, and tried to play basketball. He looks higher than a kite when he's on the court. He just doesn't belong there. Maybe he is. But
no,
like
that's funny.
Yeah.
I think you've told me this before.
Yeah, I just don't know why.
We were talking about it. You said he looks like a weenie.
Yes.
That's what you said.
Looks like a weenie.
That's what you said. I was trying to remember the word you said. But so that's someone you just dislike, but you don't have a reason.
I don't know why.
Well, honesty, man.
Yeah.
Number 5. How much would somebody have to pay you for you to give away your small toe?
Wow, we actually had this exact conversation at my last work.
What?
Yes.
This is what you're talking about?
But it was. I think it was your pinky.
Okay, well, your pinky toe.
Pinky
how much
toe.
money would it take to,
I'd probably do it for free.
You just give it away?
I'd take money, but like...
Nah, you can't do that for free.
Okay,
Come on,
about like $100, if something like $100, yeah.
You
chop it off.
For $100?
I don't think I need my pinky toe.
I think you need it, bro. I think you get out of balance or something like that.
I don't know. I think I mainly bang it on items more than I...
Voodoo says, there's barely any comments today. That's because I banned like 65 people who are basically the same account. But there is a couple. We got 13 people watching. A lot of people do watch in the background, especially when I'm just talking with you.
Yeah, of course.
There's no reason to comment while I'm in conversation. Right. But a lot of people, there actually is a few people that usually are on this that aren't. So we'll see if they come in. I'm waiting for football updates. I got a surprise for them. Big Daddy's daddy says everyone has a price. Everything has a price. My mom is listening, so that's good.
Well, there you go.
And then Callie Halo says, you'll be off balance without your pinky, bro.
You might be.
Pinky toe, bro.
I don't know.
Yeah, it would take, like, I was thinking about this question. I was thinking, I'd take a pretty small amount. Like, it wouldn't, like, $1 million, that's way too much. Like, yeah. If someone offered me $10K, it's theirs. But I don't know, 100. 100 is a little low, I don't know. Bro. When you said free, I was like, well,
just rip it off.
You got an extra one?
Yeah, right. It's waiting to grow underneath.
All right, number 6. If you could steal anything in this world with no consequence, what would you steal? I'm putting you on the spot. You didn't have any time to think of these.
A house.
A house? You just steal the house?
I would. Who's ever living it, I just kick him out.
Oh, you just walk in?
I just lock the doors and just kick him out. It's mine now.
Okay. Well, I mean,
there you go.
Hey, I mean that's. I didn't expect that.
Or even like
good question.
Oh, no. That was a dumb answer. I'd go to a bank and rob a bank.
So you just steal?
I'd just go into the vault and just steal it all.
I mean,
then I can buy my house.
It makes sense. Basketball. So now the next questions are from a website called playbuzz.com. The next 5 are from playbuzz.com. It's a Would You Rather basketball edition.
Okay.
So finally transitioning into a little bit of basketball. This isn't NBA or anything,
right?
But this is, assuming you are an NBA player or something like that. Would you rather? Okay.
Okay.
Some of these are kind of similar, but we'll go through them. Okay. So number 1, or technically number 7 out of all of the questions, but number 1 from this website. Would you rather never win a championship but get paid $30 million every year, like a $30 million deal, but never get a championship, or win 3 championships but only get paid $5 million a year?
You can live off $5 million a year, so I think I'd take the championships and $5 million.
So you do the champ. I respect that answer.
I mean, you can live off every year $5 million.
After I heard you would rob a bank, I was thinking maybe money does make everything go around, but But I agree with that answer. One of them is kind of similar to that, but we'll get to it. Number 2, aka number 7 or 8. Would you rather be loyal to a team and never win a championship, or be hated for being unloyal but win championships?
I think I talked about this last time on the podcast. That's one of the things why we admire about Vince Carter is that he never
chased a ring.
I think I would probably do that, to be honest. I'd want to be loyal to a city or a team or whatever.
Well, basically, like, would you rather have Karl Malone's career or LeBron's career?
Right.
So
I don't know, because
I mean, Karl Malone's severely underrated because he didn't get the ring. If he would have got it, he'd be talked about a little bit more. I mean, he's still talked about a lot, but so I mean, it's just
I'd chase rings.
You go for the rings.
I'd chase the rings.
Okay, I mean that is a legacy, so you gotta get something for a legacy.
Yeah.
Okay, a little more simple question: would you rather be posterized or have your ankles broke?
Me personally, posterized.
You'd rather be posterized?
Yeah, because I can't block anyway.
Oh, okay, so it looks normal.
So it looks normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understandable. Okay. Another simple one. Would you rather airball 3-pointers or miss layups?
Oh, airball 3-pointers.
You'd rather airball 3-pointers? Okay.
I think you have to make your layups.
You got to make the layups?
Got to make them.
Okay, understandable. And then this is kind of similar to that first one again, but last question from the basketball. Would you rather be the best player on a really bad team or a bad player on the best team?
Be the best player on a worse team.
Okay. Because it kind of related to the championships
Right.
and the money and whatever and stuff like that. So I kind of thought you'd have a similar answer. But you'd rather be the best player on a bad team?
I think so.
Okay. Would you feel unaccomplished if you rode the bench to a championship? Or would you still take that chip and be like, I got a chip?
Well, I mean, I'd still take it, but I mean, if I was to choose, like Devin Booker
Yeah.
and like Bradley Beal, they're both phenomenal players, but they're on sucky teams.
Okay, what happens if we changed it a little bit and went from the star player on a bad team or a role player on a really good team? Meaning, role player as in, like, I'm trying to think of one, like maybe just like a backup.
Yeah, I'd probably take a role player.
You do the role player on a championship team because you at least feel like you contributed.
Right.
So basically it goes off of if you feel like you contributed or not.
Right.
Okay. I respect that. My Big Daddy's daddy says, no way, give me $1 million, talking about the toe. He has to have $1 million for it. And then Cali Halo says, we'll be loyal to a team other than the Knicks, LOL. Or else I'd chase rings as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. And loyal to
Knicks
it, besides the Knicks. Man, that's a mess over there.
Oh my gosh.
So that is 11 questions. So my last 2 questions through the 13 questions for episode 13. Number 12 is who would be like a dream guest to have on your podcast? If you could only have one, like you could have one and you can't have anybody else ever again. Like who would that person be? Whether it be for views,
right,
or it be for your own personal enjoyment. Who would your personal enjoyment?
So my personal enjoyment, my favorite player is Rajon Rondo.
So you'd have Rondo?
I would love to have Rondo on the show.
Because Rondo wouldn't get you as much views as
right,
Michael, LeBron, like all these big names, Larry Bird even.
I probably, and I'm realistically thinking, I don't think it would still give me a ton of views, but I feel like I could get Mark Eaton on the show.
That'd be cool.
I'm actually friends with Mark Eaton.
That's a realistic one.
On the Facebook. Not like, no, I'm not friends with his fan page. I'm actually friends with Mark Eaton on Facebook.
That's cool.
I've commented on stuff. He's actually commented me back. He wished me a happy birthday. So, like, I feel like if I reached out to Mark Eaton, like, hey.
He wished you happy birthday?
He did.
That's kind of cool.
Right, Mark
That's
Eaton?
kind of cool.
Right?
So that's like an actual realistic goal.
Right.
But in dreams, who would you go for? That's actually, by the way, that's sick.
Yeah.
If you get hooked up with Mark Eaton, let him know. I want to have him on my show.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Okay.
But
no, I would like to have Rondo.
That's a realistic one. So
right.
What is a kind of unrealistic? Just like, you make a wish, kid, and you got to have anybody on your show. Well, what would you do?
Dream would be Rondo, but for views stuff like that, probably Curry.
Probably get Steph. That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
I think he could be a fun interview too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some players wouldn't be as good of a guest. I think Curry would actually be a really good guest. Yeah. So, Kurt W says, "Hey man, hope all is good and that you're staying healthy." So Kurt is another NBA subscriber. But he's been subscribed since I had like 30 subs.
Okay.
This kid has been around forever. So shout out to Kurt, man. He has a night job. I'm assuming Kurt. Oh, he's a chef, so he's probably not working at all.
Okay.
So Kurt. He hasn't been able to make a stream because I always do it at the time he's working. So shout out to Kurt W, man. I really appreciate you coming in, Kurt. I appreciate it. And then Voodoo tells me to stop ignoring his comments. I don't see every comment, so sorry about that. And then Lexus, so my girlfriend, a.k.a. one of my moderators, just checked in. So we do have a mod. So guys, keep it classy in chat. But those were the 13 questions that I had for you for the 13th episode.
Okay.
Now, let's get into some other stuff. The NBA right now, so let's get straight into some actual NBA talk. Sorry, guys, for everyone. Real quick, everybody, just want to let you know, as soon as Taylor does have to leave, we'll just go one-on-one. We can chat about whatever we want to chat about. I promise the chat will be open. I'll extend the live stream maybe 30 minutes or so we can actually have our normal conversation. But right now, I'm with Taylor, so I'm trying to focus on him. So that's why if I'm kind of not looking at the comments as much as I normally do, that's why I just want to get his time in. Because it's 8:30 right now. So just letting you know where we're at. Kurt W says, my restaurant is open for takeout and I work tonight, but we close at 8 now. So that makes sense.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's good to have you on the stream, Kurt, man. I haven't seen you in a minute, so it's good to have you. And El Barto says, shout out to Boss Man's lady. Hey, talking about my girlfriend.
I figured.
Okay. So the NBA right now, obviously, you know, Rudy Gobert being the first confirmed. I don't like to say the first because everybody's just, man, Rudy's gotten so much hate for literally nothing. And I understand the stuff he was doing.
Right.
I don't like that. I'll agree with that. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of people kind of treat Rudy as he's patient zero.
Right.
You know, like he started it. No one else had it before him.
Right.
And he didn't. He just basically got it from nothing and gave it to everyone. But obviously, Rudy Gobert, that situation really, because I mean, that game was about to tip off.
Right.
It goes into a full-on suspension, and the whole league is just suspended on the same night. And we're now, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if you know, but I think we're up to 13 players in the NBA.
Is it 13 now?
I think it's 13, and a lot of them haven't been identified.
Right.
Obviously, we have Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, Marcus Smart,
Durant,
Kevin Durant,
and that guy from the Pistons.
And then Christian Wood.
Christian Wood, yeah.
So we got Christian Wood, and then I've heard that obviously 3 other Nets have it. 2 Lakers have it,
right?
And 3 Sixers have it.
Oh, the Sixers have it too.
So I've seen that it's places now. I mean,
okay,
we're up to 13. So to me, what kind of originally looked like maybe a month shutdown,
right?
It's starting to look longer than a month.
Unfortunately, yes.
So Adam Silver's been all over. I mean, really, he's been everywhere talking about. I mean, it's kind of like the world right now, not just the NBA, but even like Donald Trump and the government. They keep changing their mind and talking about a lot of different things, and then, you know, a week later it's different. But kind of one of the more recent ones, and I mean, this is just a simple article that I found on ESPN.com. The article is by Tim Bontemps. I think that's his name, Bontemps. So let me read a little bit of this article.
Okay.
Get your opinion, and then we'll go through it. So NBA Commissioner Adam Silver in a Sports Center interview was interviewed by Rachel Nichols on Wednesday night on the league's attempts with the coronavirus pandemic and kind of how they're going to come back, basically. In the immediate term, Silver said he and the league's 30 teams are weighing several scenarios for when and how the NBA can resume. So she asked, what are the conditions needed to start the league? And he said, one is we can restart and operate as we've known with our 19,000 fans. So basically, very broad answers is we come back with fans or we come back without fans. Mm-hmm. And we don't know at which point in the season if we're going to play. I heard one report of maybe play the last 10 games, play the last 5 games, just go straight to playoffs or just cancel it.
Right.
And then another thing they talked about, which I'm going to actually talk about that a little bit in a minute. So out of those plans, do you think the NBA should wait so long that they can have fans back? Or should they bring it back early to where they're playing in empty arenas? Or should they cancel it completely?
I don't think they should cancel it completely.
I agree. I can't, dude.
I don't think it would hurt a week or two with no fans.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would hurt the viewers at all because I think we even talked about it on our last podcast. You can CGI fans in there.
Yeah.
You can just put them in there. So it won't do anything to the viewers. It would to the players because that'd be boring as heck to play in an empty arena. But
that's what I was thinking, man. You hit a game winner and you just
no one's there to witness it.
And that's it. But one thing for me is at this point, I am so desperate for basketball. Yeah. I don't care if you had the teams and a camera crew, and that's all that was in there. Like you don't even have to have commentators for God's sake. Like I need basketball back in my life. So I think the more a realistic option is that they'll bring it back earlier without fans, and that should be, in my opinion, the way they go.
Right.
Now, assuming that my guess or what we're talking about now is correct, do you think? No one knows. So I mean, this is all just what you think. But how do you think the NBA is going to handle bringing it back? Are we going to resume the season where we left off and have it go well into September?
Right.
Are we going to, play the last few games, or are we just going to jump straight into playoffs? Which one of those scenarios do you think is most likely, and which one would you like to see?
I think what's most likely is just go to playoffs. And depending on when they do that, possibly like a best of 5.
Yeah, shorten the
playoffs a little bit. I don't think it's going to hurt the seeds too much. Like if they stop the regular season right now and switch to playoffs, I think the seeding is pretty much where it's going to lie. So I don't think it'd be too bad to stop the regular season and just go straight to playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be too bad. I feel like maybe there's like, the 8th seed in the East and maybe even the 8th seed in the West. I don't want to say that, but I mean, it's possible. Somebody with like 18 games left, anything could happen. But I agree with you about the standings being pretty similar. For me, though, I like basketball, so like a part of me just wants, let's just start where we left off and let it go long. But then obviously that affects the draft, it affects preseason, but I was thinking, what if we maybe did the last like 10 games, because that gives teams at least enough chance to maybe slide into the 8th, right? 10 games, go into the playoffs, shorten the playoffs to a best of 5 until the finals, make the finals best of 7. I think they used to do that. So get into that, and then maybe, and this would be kind of where my real debate comes in, is either, because now you're going to either have to shorten next season, or move it back, the starting date back. Some people have talked about Christmas start date. Some people have talked about a lot of it, but what if we just skipped preseason and summer league altogether?
There you go.
And just let that period be like a free agency period. You can still do the draft in July. And then obviously just those players wouldn't play on those teams. But they could at least, they could get drafted. They could go to the market of their teams and start practicing with them. Obviously it's going to affect with the workouts and stuff. But maybe the thing is the NBA for the longest time, well, actually not the longest time, but like the last few years has already talking about shortening the season. They've talked about that before the pandemic. So it might seem like this might be the best year ever
to test it out.
To actually put that in. And so with that being said, would you think they would start the season later and shorten it?
Yeah.
How many games do you think they'd get it to? How many games do you think they'd take
75.
away? I think 75? I like that number. And that's only 6 games.
Seven games.
7 games. I mean, but that's still a couple weeks or more. It's a few weeks of basketball that they can kind of push back. So, I mean, like I said, all this that we're talking about is completely, no one knows. This is just, so I guess final question is if you were the commissioner and this was up to you, forget anybody else. It's just, this is Taylor's world. How would you bring back the league? What would you do and how quick? And, fans, no fans. Would you make permanent changes? Would you just do relative changes for the short term? Or would this be the time that you're like, well, let's just implement what we've talked about in the past and just do it because there's no better time than now? So if you were the commissioner, Commissioner Taylor, what would you do to bring back the NBA?
I think once the guys we know who have it test negative for it, so they don't have it anymore, then we test everyone again. And if they don't have it, we do another 2 weeks. And if we're still good by then, we can start it up. Like you said, then we'll do 2 weeks with no fans, just them playing. And I would probably do, just maybe like the last 10 games. And then start the best, or playoffs best of 5, finals best of 7. Yeah, I think you don't even need the preseason or summer league. I
feel like that's like the expendable piece here.
Yeah,
like, I don't really care much about it. The only thing, it's just going to hurt the draftees. It's going to hurt the guys coming out because they're just going to have to jump straight into a season. But at least they can get drafted and come to the market, to the organization, and then they can get, hopefully, their practice and their training. And then free agency would be an interesting thing.
I was about to possibly even shorten free agency to maybe, how long is that, 13 days?
Yeah.
Maybe like a week.
They could do that because most of it happens in a week anyway. It actually usually happens in 3 or 4 days. So shorten the free agency period and then just... And would that be just this season?
Yeah.
And then next season, we hopefully get everything
next
back
season
to normal? Would you shorten the season or no? Keep it at 82?
I know they want to shorten it, so maybe shorten it to 75 and see how that goes.
Yeah, just give it a trial. And like I said, there's no better year than now. I was thinking for me personally, I think I would... Exactly what you said. So I'd make sure everybody is healthy. First and foremost, you want to make sure the players are healthy, the staff is healthy, and even the people who are going to be in the arena during the game. So the broadcasters, the camera crew, just make sure they're all healthy. And I might even bring NBA back with like 10 games, but with no fans for the entirety of the season until playoffs. I think I might just have no fans until playoffs. So then when playoffs come around, these fans are riled up. They're ready to come in, and we can finally have full arenas and then 5-game series all the way to the finals. Do a finals game of 7. So basically the same. I just think I wouldn't do 2 weeks. I just do the rest of it.
The rest of the season.
I just do the final 10 games, no fans, because it gives you that at that point it should give you long enough to get through this. But the problem is with the way things are going right now, everything's getting worse.
Right.
It's getting. I mean, jobs. They originally in Utah here, like they shortened hours, and now people are getting cut hours, and now people are getting laid off.
Right.
And now people are taking leaves. I mean, it's getting worse. So the original plan of this would be back in May.
Right.
It's probably going to be more mid-June, mid-July.
Possibly even August.
Yeah, and possibly even August. And if it starts back up in August, you almost can't do the 10 games. You got to just go straight to playoffs.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if they went into playoffs, I'll take the Jazz matchup that they got.
Yeah.
Jazz 4th under 5. Jazz get the home court.
Right.
I think that'd be a good first round to kind of give us a little momentum. Hopefully we would win that series.
Right.
OKC's been playing great. Jazz have been playing So, I mean, assuming we win that series, I think it'd be huge for us. So I actually like that seeding. I'd rather play them than the Rockets. And even though the Rockets haven't been playing great after they played really good and then they kind of stopped playing real good. But one of the things that Adam Silver, this is what I want to talk to you about separately. One of the things Adam Silver talked about, and there's not a lot of details on, is the charity game. They talked about potentially bringing like a charity, which I'm assuming would be like a version of the All-Star game.
Right.
During this time while everything's just going into nothing. And then shortly after, the CDC said no groups of 10.
Right.
But assuming that the charity game is a possibility, even if that happens in May or June, what do you think about the idea of a charity game for the NBA? And there's not a lot of details, but assuming it's just another All-Star game. What's your idea? What's your thoughts on that?
I don't mind it. Do you know what the money's going to? Just
no, I mean probably coronavirus.
Right.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, it would at least get the players going out and
this would
experience.
It'd be like an exhibition, completely unrelated to the season.
Right.
Just. But a part of me is, as I said earlier, I'm so desperate for basketball. I would take it. I'd take anything.
Right, I'd take.
And it'd even be cool. Maybe if they could, we have 30 teams, right? Take one player from each organization. I know you're gonna kind of, there's gonna be Lakers. You're gonna want LeBron and AD.
Right.
But I mean, you take one, so then every organization has somebody to watch. So it's not just the Hornets ain't getting nobody. You know what I mean? So maybe they could. It'd be interesting to see how they choose their rosters for that game.
Right.
Because part of you would want the best players. You want the top. You want the top 15. You want the top. But then a part of me, I think if I was commissioner and I was going to do a charity game, I'd choose a player from each organization. It'd be kind of a big roster, but it's a meaningless charity game.
Yeah, right.
So, but at least because there's going to be fan bases that want to watch their players.
Right.
Obviously, you might not be able to bring Donovan or Rudy, depending. Maybe by then they'll be feeling fine. Right. But you can bring one of the top players from each organization, bring into a charity game.
Right.
But charity game or nah?
It wouldn't hurt. I don't think it could hurt.
That was an interesting thing when the commissioner brought that up. I was like, that's something I never thought of. I didn't see that coming.
I don't think I would have. Yeah.
I wouldn't even have thought of that. I don't know how that got brought up. I think it was just to kind of give NBA fans something, make a little bit of money because they know they can make money off of it.
Right. Yeah.
So I just want to talk to you about that, and then lastly, which we're at 8:45. Yeah. Lastly, I just want to talk about a lot of these, with the pandemic going on, everybody's going crazy. The NBA specifically, a lot of players are stepping up.
Yeah.
A lot of players. The Miller family actually literally today, said that they're going to match Rudy's donation or more.
Oh, cool. I didn't hear that.
To help with the arena associates and all the part-time workers and beyond.
Nice.
Rudy Gobert, obviously, he donated $500,000 to both, Utah, France, and Oklahoma City. Yeah. But a lot of NBA players are stepping up. Right. So I guess I have a question. Obviously, those are all big things. Those are real heroic things to do. But do you think, like the Miller family, more owners should be the ones stepping in, not the players? That's something I've always thought about. Like Mark Cuban, he did it. Or he brought the team together, found out a thing where each player contributed. But I feel like when these people that are running the arenas, and I mean, they were kind of the first people that were talked about when we talked about this. Now we're talking about anybody who works, like,
right.
But like, do you think business owners at the very top, like, should step up? Or
I think probably isn't the only reason, but I feel like Gobert did that just to be like, hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like because I'm sure, well, I know he didn't know he had a coronavirus at the time when he was touching all the mics and he was playing with Donovan's head or whatever in the interview. Yeah. He didn't know. He didn't purposely try to spread this. So I think he genuinely feels like it is his fault, or he feels really bad. So he's trying to give that, be like, hey, I'm sorry, but I got you covered. And I do agree. I think business owners should.
Like, I think I just wished I saw more owners,
right,
rather than the players. Because, like, you see Kevin Love, players that, the players are stepping up, but the owners are kind of still kind of like, oh, I'll just let the players step up.
Right, yeah, right.
Even though the owners, most of them are billionaires.
Oh, yeah.
And then, the NBA, I mean, they have millions of dollars.
Right.
So it doesn't really matter whose pocket it's coming from, but at the same time, I feel like it made me happy to see the Miller family this morning help contribute to that. And I think more NBA, and not just NBA, but like even, for example, where I work at Dillard's, it's a Fortune 500 company. They got billionaires up at the top, and they're trying to leave of absence, trying to finesse people.
Right.
So it's like, I feel like not just NBA, but more, I feel like more owners should kind of step up right now.
Yeah.
Because right now, I mean, we're on the verge of getting checks from our own government.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a crazy thing. Have you had any crazy experience or seen, I mean, you work in a grocery store.
Right.
So, like, have you seen anything crazy besides just toilet paper missing off of every shelf?
So annoying. So I work in a bakery. We're not allowed to keep donuts in our case anymore.
Really?
So we have to...
Just people touching?
Yeah, and we have to either package them individually or people ask for them and we get it for them. It hasn't really actually been too crazy as far as like changes that we have to do quite yet.
That's good.
So as of right now, it's not too bad.
Most grocery store associates and managers and everybody in between the food world, I mean, most of them still have their jobs. A lot of the dine-in places are gone, but they're still allowing a lot of others. So, but man, it sounded fake. But before it hit, man, like I was looking at the memes and everything that was going around. I was like, God, this isn't
this is nothing.
And then it hits. Utah, I mean, we're right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted, did you have anything to say about the pandemic or any opinion on it or anything to the viewers?
I touched on this in the podcast. Just stay safe. Stay clean. That's the biggest thing. I mean, and stay inside. I mean, I get that you want to load up in case we have to quarantine. So you want to have toilet paper, want to have the food. But I don't think that necessarily means you have to go out and buy the whole entire store supply of whatever. But anything you touch, just sanitize, wash your hands.
Yeah. I mean, most of it, it really is common sense.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem, I think my advice to you guys is don't let the panic take over you. Yeah. Because the panic is way worse. Dangerous. It's way worse than the virus itself. So stay safe. 8:50 now, so we're winding down. I got through everything I wanted to talk about, and I feel like we had a very healthy mix of basketball and non-basketball. Yeah. Because this show isn't just basketball. Right. Not everyone on the show wants basketball. Everyone wants a little bit of everything. So just basically... Once again, guys, this is Taylor, co-host of The Fast Break with Taylor and Jake, a podcast. For anybody we got 13 people watching. For anybody who wasn't here earlier when we talked about this, once again, Taylor, The Fast Break with Taylor and Jake, not Taylor on Jake.
Taylor on Jake.
But you guys can find them on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, anywhere that there's podcasts, guys. Just look up The Fast Break with Taylor and Jake. And definitely give them a listen. They are NBA-based, basketball-based, comedic podcast. Yeah. So guys, please, this is what I've been talking about it a lot. If I can do anything, I'd like to help. So if you guys want to show me that you love me, go love him. Make me look good by helping him in some way. But for real, his show, it is a good podcast.
Yeah,
so
I appreciate that.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And then basically just any final remarks on maybe another, because we're later in the podcast now, so or the show. Yeah, now I'm in the podcast. But we're later in the show now, so if you want to just reiterate anything that we talked about earlier about the podcast and what you're doing here, just last little final remarks before you head home.
Right, yeah. We just like to have a lot of fun. So if you have just got free time, if you have a long drive to work or whatever, it's just a nice 45 minutes, hour, and even like right now, it'd probably be like shorter episodes because we're not gonna have a lot to talk about. But we just like to have fun, and we'll just talk about. We just goof off and dink around, and we're just a bunch of. I think me and Jake know what we're talking about, though. Yeah. So like we're not
educated. They're
clueless.
not just people. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like we know our information and stuff like that. So I mean, just if you want to have a good NBA podcast, just give us a listen.
And once again, as far as I know, I'm going to be on one of his shows.
Yes.
Soon. I don't know how soon, don't know when, but I promise I'll keep you guys updated. I like, as you can tell, I mean, I could talk about basketball. I could talk about, I have a lot of good insight on the Jazz. I follow, and it's not like personal insight, but I follow so many Jazz reporters. I follow everyone who does have insight, so I probably have more insight than most. Right. So it's like, but anyway, you guys, definitely, I will be on the show, his podcast sometime. Just like my show, it is currently weekly, generally on Tuesdays. Mm-hmm. He gets dozens of viewers, you guys, so definitely. Taylor, it was good having you on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much, man.
It was good. Wait.
That's right.
Wait.
Let's...
No, just kidding. Good having you, man.
Yeah,
I haven't
you so
seen
much.
you in a while, so it's been good to have you, bro.
Nice. Yeah.
It's been good to have you. So that is episode 13. Once again, real quick, you guys, I will have links to his podcast as well as his Instagram for his podcast. Will be down in the description. So, guys, definitely go give it a watch and let them know that I sent you. Let them know you found it from my channel. And lastly, real quick, just hold this by you just so I can hear it. I've been talking to him a little bit. Is there potential of a YouTube channel? Is there potential there?
Yes.
Okay.
There is potential, and probably more potential than not.
Okay, good. See? We're rising. So, I'm trying to get him to start a YouTube channel because I know I can help him out a little bit more. I can get more of you guys over through, same platform. Right. So be on the lookout. Once again, I will keep you guys updated, but hopefully we can. I just got confirmation on the microphone
right here
that there's at least a little bit of hope that we get a Fast Break podcast on YouTube. Yes. So, once again, man, thanks for coming. Yeah. And I'll have you on again, and then hopefully one time we can get Jake as well. Yeah. Or if Jake want to come on by himself, I don't care. I don't know Jake, but I wouldn't mind having him. A lot of the people on our streams have actually been saying, bring on a stranger, like somebody I don't know, and just interview them. And I'm kind of hesitant about bringing a stranger. Right. But like somebody I know through someone. Yeah. So hey, we'll see what we can do. But thank you, man.
Yeah, no worries.
And I will see you whenever I see you.
Yeah, whenever.
Hopefully soon. You live close by, so hopefully we can hang out again.
Yeah, for sure.
For anybody, me and him pumped out a review today. Yeah. So later this week, we will have a review coming up for you guys. And I appreciate you for jumping on. And I'll see you later.
Okay, see you later, Dave.
All right, man. Taylor's got to bounce. So we're going to have an empty seat, a little ghost seat for a minute. But thanks, man. Appreciate it. And now we are to normal chat. So, you guys, I promise. I wanted to get through this. He did have a time limit. He was short on time. So I just wanted to make sure I got everything done in his time. And now we're going to the chat. So let me go back, find out. I don't know how far back we got to go. But we'll find out where we're going. Okay. So not too far. Let's go. Big Daddy's mama says, how's the takeout business? I'm not sure, but Mom, I've actually ordered from Red Robin and Texas Roadhouse recently through their takeout, and they actually do a really good job. They're actually pretty quick. So Cali Halo says they are treating him like that because of the whole mic situation. Blame the digital era. Voodoo says, so what about Jamal Murray? So Voodoo, Jamal Murray, he's been supposedly hacked. I don't know if it was just an accident or if he was hacked, but Jamal Murray posted a lot of not safe for work content onto his Instagram. I'll leave it at that. One of them was even explicit sexual stuff. So his Instagram actually got deactivated or taken down. I think he did it though. So he said that he was hacked. But yeah, he had a lot of stuff going on. I was going to mention like a lot of these players in the NBA that are quarantining, they're doing some weird stuff. Even my guys, Donovan Mitchell, Ben Simmons, Royce O'Neal on the Jazz. A lot of players are actually doing live streams. They're doing podcasts. The Joe Ingles, Joe Ingles is doing his Ingles Insight show. Like, a lot of these players are finding some ways to get a hold. So, yes, a lot of weird stuff going on during the quarantine, but that's what it is. Big Daddy said they won't bring it back until there's a cure for Corona. That might be true. That might be true. Damn, Urona Kurt W says some players will probably refuse to play without fans. That's what I'm thinking too. It'd be hard. I know for me personally, even without a lot of fans, I've always had fans. Even if it's just like the occasional, my girlfriend in the stands. I mean, you got to have somebody cheering you on. So it'll be difficult. But at this point, I'd rather watch it than not watch it, if you get what I'm saying. Cali Halo says they should bring it back. I'd even attend the games in a full hazmat suit. That's an idea, right? They just bring everybody back in a full yellow hazmat. That wouldn't be bad. Voodoo says, I've seen some people say they might lower it to 60-something games. Like, that's way too short. I mean, it's still a lot longer than like a college season. But yeah, if they lowered it to 60 games, I'd be disappointed. The lowest I think I'd allow them to move it to is maybe 10 games less. So maybe 70, 71, 72. But if they did 75, or I've even heard rumors of 78 games, I wouldn't mind that. Big Daddy says they'll never let it happen. Too many variables with the corona. That's probably true. Once there is a vaccination, they'll start talking. Voodoo says there's already cures for it. I don't know if there's straight up cures for it, Voodoo, but I'm not going to question you because I don't know. But Voodoo said there's already cures for it. I've heard, even our president has tweeted of some medicines that definitely ease it. So we're getting close. Big Daddy says, once the vaccination is readily available, it still is in the testing phase. El Barto says, wow, looking at the like and dislikes now made me realize that Danny Wolf has a gang of alternate accounts to troll. LOL, I don't trust vaccines, man. See, I'm telling you, El Barto. And I called him out, and I called everybody out just a few streams ago about the likes and dislikes. It's all the same person. I even actually got in contact with YouTube, and they told me that there have been dislike purchased or something. Dislike bots have come to my channel. Simple proof is just a couple live streams ago. It might have even been last live stream. No, I think it was 2 live streams ago. I had 40 dislikes in that live stream. And the next day, if you click on that live stream, I was only down to like 15 or something like that. They took away literally 25 dislikes. So YouTube's cracking down on it a little bit. Maybe that's why we don't have as many random accounts jumping in being stupid. But we got all of my real guys, the real ones, Voodoo, El Barto. We got the real people jumping in. Big Daddy says, Wolf sucks, LOL. Kurt W says, times like now makes me glad I'm a salary employee. Damn, you're lucky, man. Us hourly workers are paying the price for legit. Voodoo says, if Kevin Love never did it, most NBA players wouldn't have done it. That's possible. And I'm glad that it kind of did spark a little bit of a chain reaction, but still kind of sad. Mark Cuban stepped up. Yes, Kurt. That's kind of what I was talking about with the Miller family. Like, we do have, the big, well-respected families in the NBA, Mark Cuban included, stepped up. So happy to see that. El Barto says, we're on the verge of our economy collapsing by near September. It's close. It's close. Big Daddy says, Pelosi just killed the pending stimulus package. Are you serious? Just like, I just want to look that up because I'll be pissed. We're so close. Senate falls far short of votes needed to advance coronavirus bill as clash between Republicans. Wow. That's weird to see the Democrats blocking the coronavirus stimulus because the Democrats are the ones always wanting to give people money. So I bet they blocked it because they want to give people more money than what Republicans wanted. I don't know. I'll have to read in more to that. That's interesting. Kurt W says, dining in is banned here. Takeout, delivery only. My sales have plummeted. Absolutely, Kurt. And that's the same thing here in Utah. All dine-in restaurants. My mom is actually a manager at a restaurant, so we're feeling it as well over here. But she's not salary, so that's scary. El Barto says, Pelosi trying to be sneaky, that damn broad. LOL. Facts. Cali Halo says, Taylor, stay safe, my guy. It was nice having you on the show tonight. Sorry that he left before I was able to read him that, Cali, but I'll text him. I'll let him know for sure that you said that. Voodoo says, not going to lie, Jamal Murray's girl is low-key bad. Low key, I don't say that. I don't think it's low key. Voodoo says, I wouldn't mind a season change as long as all the time record could still be beaten. I wouldn't mind a season change as long as the all-time record could still be beaten. Yeah. And that's kind of where we're sitting at now. That's where we're sitting at. So, we are officially 69 minutes into the stream. Once again, guys, please go check out the Fast Break with Taylor and Jake. It was really good to have him on. I talk a lot, and I know our streams can get kind of messed up in the comments, so forgive me if I didn't read every comment. And I did want to just get in and try to get everything going. I want to help him out the best I can. But luckily, I planned out my stuff to basically get exactly where he needed. So, Voodoo says, is Taylor that one Taylor Lee guy? No, Taylor. So Taylor Lee is another buddy of mine. He's actually running for Congress. I'm going to try my hardest to get him onto the stream. I think he'd be an interesting guy. And I think you guys would agree. He's a very, very interesting man. So hopefully we'll get Taylor Lee onto the stream. But this was Taylor Harper. He's a co-host of the Fast Break. So no, different Taylor. But shout out to the 10 people watching right now. I appreciate that. 10 people. We got 10 likes, 12 dislikes. I just wanted to say I'm going to start a new thing real quick on the channel. Just to kind of reward you guys, because honestly, without people like Voodoo, El Barto, Cali Halo, my guy Kurt W, and whoever else is watching right now, without you guys, the show wouldn't be, I wouldn't be as motivated to do the show. I wouldn't be, you know what I mean? Like, you guys are awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a new challenge called 10 cents per like. It's not a challenge really, but 10 cents for every single like. So, I mean, if we get 100 likes, that's $10. If we get 50 likes, that's $5. It's not a lot of money. It's a very small amount of money. But every single stream, I'm going to be doing a 10 cent per like PayPal giveaway. So every single like right now, we got 10 likes. So if you did the math, it would be $1. We have $1 that I can do in either increments of, I can pay my one viewer 10 cents per like. So like right now it would be $1. To your PayPal, I can PayPal you guys for the likes, or you guys can choose for me to donate it somewhere. Obviously, if it's just $1, it ain't gonna make much of a difference. But the only reason I'm starting it the only reason that I'm starting it now is because if the potential of this channel getting big, I don't want to commit too much. So I put 10 cents per like. So we're at 10 likes, that's $1 right now. So somebody at the end of the stream will be getting $1. And I'll do that through a random number generator or anything similar. We'll do a random number generator. But anybody, all you got to do is smash the like button. Let's see if we can get to 50 likes, that's $5. And then eventually, if this show gets to a certain amount, if we start getting lots of viewers and, we start getting, 100 likes per video, that's $10 a video I'll be giving away. And hopefully, the bigger the channel gets, the more I can allow to do that. But that's why I put the number so low. I just 10 cents per like, because I'm also looking out for my future. I'm not a rich person by any means, so I don't want to, commit like $1 per like. So we're doing 10 cents per like. So right now we're at $1. So for anybody who's watching right now, remember to smash the like button. And at the end of the live stream, I'll do a random number generator, and we will figure out who wins. So we'll do that at the end of the live streams now. But right now, we are at the very end of our rope. Real quick, let's see. Voodoo says, say the viewership stays the same. Do you think you could keep doing this, say, from like 2 years from now? Say the viewership stays the same. Do you think you could keep doing this like 2 years from now? Yeah, I like it. I like it enough, and I feel like anybody who consistently does a video, anybody who consistently uploads, they shouldn't really lose viewership in the sense of, I should hopefully get around my 10 people watching every stream. We banned a lot of the trolls, so a lot of the troll pages, which were a lot of my viewers, some of those are no longer here, but we've still had back-to-back, now-to-back, really decent live streams without having the trolls as hard. So But I just thought it's kind of a good way to just kind of give back a little bit. Something, maybe you could be like, hey, you guys can make money. If you just come watch the live stream, maybe you can win. Like I said, I just don't want to commit a lot of money to it. Yeah, I know. But the only problem is, Voodoo, replying to your comment, if you ever unbanned every account, imagine that. The only problem is those guys didn't drop likes. Those guys drop dislikes every single time. They never, so... And I don't care about the dislikes, but the 10 cents per like thing is going to go off just simply of the like side of things. So if I unban the trolls, it's just going to make my trolls go to, 40 dislikes, and it's not going to affect anything. So right now I'm just trying to focus on the real supporters, the true people, Voodoo, Cali Halo, El Barto, Kurt, my guys like that. Like I said, it's such a small number, but eventually, if this show ever got big, and that's a big if, you know what I mean? But eventually, that 10 cents might be too much, and I might have to lower that, but who knows? So I just started low, but everybody's gonna get a chance to win. Voodoo says, if you ever unban, Kurt W says, where I work, they are giving hourly employees pay for a month if we get close. See, you're lucky on that, man. Where I work, they're trying to get people to sign leave of absences so they can get out of it. Kind of crazy. Voodoo says, the show deserves to get big, though. You're a genuine guy. I appreciate it, Voodoo. And that's what I try to keep it at. And like I said, I try to get, unique enough guests. If you've noticed, I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have I had 5 guests? I can't remember the exact number of guests I've had since episode 1, but they've all been different. I haven't had any reoccurring ones yet. So I'm trying to be diverse. And my guy Ish, the guy who was on the stream when we brought the cake and we had the full entire live stream, Ish was on there. I'll probably have him back soon. I'll probably have some of the people from episode 1 and 2 before the show is as big as it is. Come back, and then, we can eventually maybe just do votes on who you guys want to see on the streams, and if I can get them in. I'm trying to get some more unique people, like my other friend Taylor. He's running for Congress. It'd be kind of a cool interview to have with him. Voodoo says you should get your dad on one. I wouldn't mind getting my dad on one, man. That would be cool. My dad's a funny dude. He's like me, so I think you guys would enjoy him. He's actually talked about it in the past, so maybe that's something we could do. And Voodoo says you should also have a group of guests. That would be cool to see. Exactly, Voodoo. And I think maybe it'd be cool to have all 3 of my brothers. I've only ever had one of my brothers on the stream. Episode 3, I believe, or episode 2, one of them. But maybe it'd be cool to have all my brothers. It'd be good to have both of my parents, because sometimes there's funny questions you can ask your parents and your brothers. And then, of course, groups of other people. It doesn't have to be just parents. It doesn't have to be my relatives. It can be anybody. We could have a lot of people on this stream. Get a little group going. I just need to make a little bit more space to my right here. Kurt W says, I just don't have insurance, which sucks. Oh, wow. So they're going to... Oh, wait. You don't have insurance? Okay. Sorry. I read that wrong. I thought you meant, like, you lose your benefits. So maybe you didn't have insurance before? Or you do have insurance? Sorry. I don't know. I'm confused. But right now we got 14 people watching, guys. So remember, if anybody's watching in the background... smash the like button, you guys. We're going to give away 10 cents per like. 10 cents per like at the end of every stream from here on out. So, smash the like button. Somebody tonight is going to win $1. I'll send it through you through PayPal. That's how it's going to have to be delivered. I think most people have a PayPal, or so it will be through PayPal. But somebody's going to win $1 tonight. So if we can get more likes, people are going to start winning more. So it's just for fun. Kurt W says, my company doesn't offer insurance because we're too small of a company. Well, hopefully Donald Trump is trying to help you out on that one. I heard that he's trying to, with the small businesses, trying to help him out. So hopefully you get a little bit of that. Right now we're at 11 likes, so somebody's going to win $1.10. Voodoo says, my phone randomly dies after like 2 hours now when it used to last all day, probably from a drop, but I need to get a new one now. Yeah, dude, I've had phones. My phones get like that sometimes too. I had one phone. As soon as it hit 15%, it died within minutes. Like, it was bad. So it depends on the phone, how long you've had it. My phone I've had for a long time, so I'm surprised my phone hasn't died yet. Anyway, we still got 12 people watching, so I'll leave it with this. Guys, please go follow me on Instagram. You guys can follow me on my YouTube specific Instagram, Dayton.yt, DAYTON.YT. So guys, definitely follow me on Instagram for all of the updates. We got Lucas checking in. Shout out to Lucas. Sorry about last stream, Lucas, man. I apologize. Obviously, some people get in here and they're dicks. So I'm sorry about what happened last live stream. But shout out to Lucas. I appreciate you coming in, guys. Remember, smash the like button. Kurt W says, I've never heard of privately owned restaurants offering insurers or good benefits. I'm sure corporate chains do, though. Maybe, possibly. But yeah, a lot of privately owned small restaurants don't. Lucas says, I just woke up. Sorry I missed most of your live stream. I hope you're staying safe. Absolutely, Lucas. I'm staying safe, and I hope you're staying safe as well. For anybody that wasn't watching earlier in the podcast, God, I keep saying podcast, but earlier in the show, we had Taylor, who is the co-host of the Fast Break with Taylor and Jake on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You guys can find him. Definitely give him a look up. He's worth a shot. I promise. I like his show. He does a good job, and they're still relatively small. They're trying to get to where they need to be. But that's why I got the camera aimed out here for anybody who hasn't seen that yet. But with the 14 people watching, I appreciate you guys. Like I was saying, follow me on Instagram. That's probably where you're going to get the best updates on when and where things are going to happen, as well as Snapchat. You guys can add me on Snapchat. Voodoo says, nah, bro, mine's even worse. Mine will be at 90 and die, but those 10% last like 2 hours. Yeah, that's weird. That's really weird. My contract includes 10% of profits, which is very nice. Wow, Kurt. So, I mean, the better your business does, the more you get paid, bro. So that's good. That's good. But shout out to everybody for coming on. We're at 81 minutes now, which means we're almost at an hour and a half. So I think what I'm going to do is we'll go ahead and we'll extend this live stream to an hour and a half. Once we hit the hour and a half mark, that's when we will end the stream. So we have until then to get any questions, last comments. If you guys have any questions relative to basketball, if you have any questions relative to the show, or just any questions at all, now is the time. Guys, remember, follow me on Instagram. I've said it like 600 times. Dayton.yt, DAYTON.YT on Instagram. That's the best place to follow me. And also, guys, follow the Fast Break with Taylor and Jake. Their podcast, a basketball podcast, they do weekly. So, and let's go ahead. For anybody, we got a couple more people watching. So, I might have to make a video about this just to so people can know, so they can actually watch. But everybody, 10 cents per like, okay? So right now we're at $1.10. Somebody at the end of the stream will get $1.10. And so guys, just smash the like button. Even if you're watching in the background or if you're not concerned about anything, just smash the like button so somebody else can win. I mean, you can win as well. But the only way to qualify, smash the like button, be in the comment section, and just let me know. Kurt W says, I don't like to talk about my pay publicly, but to put in perspective, we have made $3.2 million in revenue last year and only spent $100,000 on food. Wow. Kurt, you got a good little hookup going, my guy. You got a good little hookup. So, real quick, earlier today, you guys, I was talking about how I was waiting for football updates. Football updates. You're probably going to watch this after the stream. So this is for you. I'm disappointed, man. You only come to every other stream. That's what it feels like. But I got a cupcake. You know, the running joke is you get a cake. Or a baked good is what we kind of decided last time. So I went ahead and I had this. I had it off camera. I was waiting for you to jump in. But just for you. So hopefully you can watch this. And then on the next live stream you jump in. You can see what I did for you. But we got a cupcake. We went with the purple cupcake. So I'm gonna end this live stream eating a cupcake. Because why not? Let's eat a cupcake. But this is shout out to football updates. Big Daddy says nice, and Cali Halo says ballin'. Yeah. Kurt is swimming in money. 165 Aiden, sup, here from your video. Hey, 165 Aiden, man. He jumped in commenting on my hair. Yeah, I remember. I remember. But now I can't even open this. But shout out to 165 Aiden, regardless. I appreciate it. He was cool after I made a joke with him. He said, he's like, bad hair day. Bro, you don't even have hair. And I was like, no, I obviously have hair. But if you want to talk about the thinning hair and the really stupid, shitty hairline, then yeah, you can you can talk about it. But then he was cool after that. So shout out to 165 Aiden. I appreciate you jumping in. It's a weird name. And you do have the tendencies of an infamous troll, an infamous bit of trolls on this channel, which are no profile picture and a random name. So it was probably you that jumped in and left a dislike, which means you might be a part of that troll gang. But shout out to you regardless. So football updates, this is for you. The singular cupcake, just for the show. And this thing is melting right now, so I better eat it kind of quick. But that purple frosting looked dope though, right? Look at this. It's not Halloween, but I like it. Let's see, we're at 9:20 right now. So we got, in 5 minutes, we'll be at an hour and a half. So we'll be closing it down in 5 minutes. So I'm going to eat this cupcake sandwich style, and then we'll figure out who wins a $1.10. And then we'll be on our way, and I'll see you guys next week. But thank you guys for real for another good show. A lot of good content, a lot of actual content you guys can rewatch. Everything would be good. Gunther C coming in. Shout out to Gunther, by the way. Says, you should eat my cupcake. Bro, if you had a cupcake, send it my way. But Gunther, thank you for checking in, my guy. I appreciate it. My dad's telling me to save half for him. That's not going to happen because this thing is falling apart. We got 12 likes now. Gunther says he got a lot of cake. Hey, Gunther coming in with the cake jokes. This is dirty, bro. Jordan Kidd. What up, Jordan Kidd? Thank you for whoever smashed the 12th like, by the way. I appreciate it. That means somebody's winning $1.20 now. Need to ASMR that. Jordan Kidd said he hit the like. Gunther C says, my cake will leave your face chocolatey. More face chocolatey than the cupcake. God damn. With this TP shortage. Did you check my song though, bro? I couldn't. Jordan Kidd, I couldn't find your channel. I know that sounds stupid, but I tried searching for the Jordan Kidd and I couldn't find it. Jordan Kidd, do me a favor. Can you send me a link to it on Instagram or something? Because I do want to listen to it. Now my hands are hella dirty. Jordan Kidd says, could you react to it now? Gunther C, sorry for my spelling. Very tired. You got the point. I got you. It's only like a minute. Let's do it, Jordan. Why not, buddy? Let's do it. So I'm going to react to the Jordan Kidd song. What song is it? So I make sure I play the right one. Jordan Kidd. We'll do this and then we'll end the stream. So let me just make sure. Let's see. Go to channel. That's up and running. So is it the Lil Zip Complex diss? Gunther says, Jordan Kidd, your songs make my ears bleed. And Jordan Kidd staying chill and relaxed about it, saying, all good, Gunther. I can react to whatever one I want. Okay, Big Daddy Zach said, when you decide the winner, you should put each name that commented in a hat for each comment they made. That way, someone who commented more has a better chance of winning than somebody who only commented once. Yeah, but then that's a lot of comments, though. That'd be a little too much work. Because they got to be at the end of the stream. You can say the truth. It really doesn't bother me. See, Jordan Kid, that's a real one. All right. Let's do the complex diss. Let's see. This is Lil Zip, a.k.a. the Jordan Kid.
I fuck your mom, she's a bitch, and you're a snitch. Yeah, keep telling lies. I'ma run up on you, bitch. I'ma put you.
I like the beat though. Jordan, wasn't it you? I think it's you on like SoundCloud or something. I heard you were getting the auto-tune going.
You a fly, you wasting time trying to beef while I'm smoking on the sleeve. Why you?
Hey, you wasted time. I like that.
Trying to get clout, oh. Yeah, you doubt yourself, go fuck yourself, I'm on the top.
That's explicit, Jordan.
I'm taking you out, 2, 2, 3, yeah, 1, 2, 3, you out of here. Your mom comes
1, 2, 3, you out of here, bro.
Here, and she sucks on this, your mom is a hoe. Yeah.
You going after mom, Jordan?
While you crying, you lying, and I'm balling, you hating, I'm at the mall, smoking and toking while I'm beating, and I'm meeting the future legends.
You're leading the future legends, my guy.
You're just like a beach. You hit me with kindness.
Who is Complex?
Yeah, I'm the finest.
Obviously, I don't know a lot, but I don't know who Complex is.
Before I fuck your bitch.
Hey. Hey, all right. You can say that you're, could you react to a little bit of the other? It's not his beat, though. I guarantee you he can't make beats. Y'all will get to work. Like half of each, LOL. A pass for me, but thanks for the preview. I got you, Cali Halo. Gunther says, you are too nice, Dane. This is the worst song I've ever heard. Hey, man. Respect people's grinds, though. El Barto said, Jordan Kid featuring 50 Tyson for the latest banger track, LOL. Hey, that would be lit. Jordan Kid said, it wasn't bad, man. All right, you guys. So, we're at the end of the stream. Real quick, so how we're going to do this to qualify. I like your thought about, like, per comment thing. But that's just a lot of comments. Like, a lot of comments. So, what I'm going to do is the way you got to qualify is right now we're at $1.30. You have to comment. Let me know. You have to be watching the end of the stream. You can't, you got to be live on the stream as I'm handing out the PayPal. So all you guys got to do is just say, I'm in. Say, I'm in, and then I'll write your guys' name down. We'll do a random number generator, and we'll figure out who wins. And it's 13 likes, so $1.30. Somebody's going to get $1.30. Could you react to a little bit of the other one? The other one, it's better. Trust me. Maybe on a different show, my guy. We're going to end the stream right here. Gunther says, I respect that. Instead of getting a job, he tries to make music, I guess. Hey, he's trying what he can do. Gunther says, Cali Halo says, I'm about to watch The Walking Dead. Don't know why. I'm still on that mess. Hey, well, no better time than quarantine to do it. So the first person jumping in is Lucas. So Lucas is in. So all you guys got to do is type in, just say I'm in, and then we're at $1.40. So whatever the like count is at the end of this, that's what you're gonna see. So Big Daddy's daddy says I'm in. It'd be funny to give my dad money. So you're number 2, Lucas. You're number 1. Cali Halo is number 3. God, Gunther. God. So right now we got number 1, Lucas McCullen. Number 2, Big Daddy's Daddy. Number 3 is Cali Halo. Last chance for the 11 people watching right now to win $1.40 in PayPal directly to you from me, from my pocket, not from my views, not from nothing. I know it's not a lot of money, but one day it might be. So That's who we got in right now. What you thinking about the song, Dane? It's not too bad, Jordan. Just keep up the grind. Keep hustling. I thought I saw you on SoundCloud. You were using the auto-tune. I thought that was kind of cool. So I saw you on the Snapchat. So rate 1 through 10. On that beat, I'm going to give that one a... On the diss, I'm going to give it a solid 7, my guy. El Barto says he's in it to win it. So, El Barto, you're going to be number 4. Okay, well, I can't give it to you if you win. I can't just give it to someone else because then I'll just have to randomly generate it again. So, assuming you don't win. So, we got Cali Halo, El Barto, and Lucas McCollin all in for the drawing, you guys. So, I'm going to give a full 60 seconds. Okay? 60 seconds for everyone else to join to win $1.40 PayPal. All right. 60 seconds starting now. Jordan Kid says, I don't want it, but put me in. I just want to see if I would have won. If I win, could I pick who wins? Jordan Kid, I'm good with that. Jordan Kid, number 5. $1.40, $1.40. Last chance. Anybody want $1? Anybody want $1? Anybody want $1? Times are rough. Oh, it's $1.50 now. We got another like. That's $1.50. Oh, now it went away. I lied. Now it's not $1.50. Back to $1.40. Whatever the like count is at the time that I announce the winner, that's what we get. Jordan Kid and Big Daddy's Daddy. Man, now we're at $1.50. As long as that don't change. Hey, the people who are disliking are now liking. Do the final seconds with an auctioneer's voice. What can I do you for $1? What can I do to you for $1? Not a lot for $1, my guy. Not a lot. Do the final seconds in an auctioneer's voice. How do you do seconds in an auctioneer? 10, 40, 40. Okay, here we go. We're going to do the final seconds, you guys. Last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who do something strange for a piece of change? Can we vote who gets the money? I'm going to do it random. I don't want to do a vote. Because if I do a vote, people will think that it's rigged. So we're going to do a random number generator. So these are the 5 people. We got 5 people. We got Lucas, Big Daddy's Daddy, Cali Halo, El Barto, and Jordan Kid. So random number generator. Okay. So I'm going to do random numbers 1 through 5. So 1. Max number is 5. You guys can't see this, but I'm going to just, I don't know if I can get this to stream. But I'm going to do honest integrity. I ain't going to lie to you guys. So minimum number 1, maximum number 5. I'm going to press it 1 time, and that'll determine how many times that I press the generate button. So, okay, number's 5. So I'm going to press it 5 times, and the winner wins the PayPal. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5, Jordan Kid. Hey, Jordan Kid, you won. So now you get to choose the winner, my guy. You get to choose the winner. Jordan Kid, who you thinking? Cali Halo said number 4. Gunther said it's going to be number 3. Jordan Kid says I choose Lucas. Lucas, are you still in? Are you still watching the stream? Jordan Kid is nominating Lucas, but I need to get confirmation from Lucas that he's still here. And then I'll have him, I'll contact him in social media. So, okay, Lucas is still here. Lucas, do you still have my Snapchat? Do you still have my Snapchat? I think I still have yours. So the winner is $1.40. $1.40. That's what it shows right now. So Lucas got the win. But once again, for Cali and El Bar, to all these people, it's not a lot of money, but This will be happening weekly. This is going to be a weekly thing, okay? So every single live stream is going to be like this. If we can get a 40 like stream, then we're going to get that. You know what I mean? Hey, football updates, my guy, jumping in. Lucas, real quick, I'll talk to you in a minute, football updates, but Lucas, oh, I don't have Snapchat. I had you on Snapchat at one point. Lucas, give me a... message me on some kind of social media, okay? So I can get your information so I can give you the $1.40, all right, my guy? Okay? And football updates is actually helping you out. It's $1.50 now, Lucas, $1.50. So contact me through social media. Real quick, football updates, man. You just barely missed it, my guy. I had a full-on show. I had the guest on the show. I had everything going for me. And I even, just now, you missed it. You're going to have to go back like 10 minutes or so. I brought a cupcake just for you. I kept it outside. I kept it out of shot because I was going to wait for you, and then I was going to, boom, I got myself a cupcake, and I ate the cupcake, my guy, and it was all for you. So regardless, though, I'm happy for you jumping in. This was literally like 10 minutes ago that I did this. But shout out to Football Updates for the $4.99 donation, man. That ain't cheap, so I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And then Football Update says he'll have to rewatch. Hey, man, I'm trying to be a good sport for you, my guy. I'm trying to be a good sport. But thanks for coming in. And, of course, thank you for the donation. Congratulations to Lucas for winning that. Jordan Kidd says football's given like $30 so far. Basically, football is funding the channel. But I appreciate it, man, 100%. Means a lot to me. So, Lucas, I'll shoot you over your $1.50. Just contact me outside of YouTube. And we'll get it going. But that will be it for episode 13 of the Dayton Live Show. Earlier we had Taylor, which is the co-host of the Fast Break with Taylor and Jake. It was good to have him on the show. A lot of good conversation about the NBA, about his podcast, and about a lot of things. So once again, thank you for him coming on. Thank you, Taylor. Everyone else, guys, go subscribe to him. Find him on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever else podcasts are found. Look them up, find them. I appreciate it, you guys. We got 11 people watching right now, and I appreciate it 100%. You guys make everything worth it. I appreciate it. I really do. I've said appreciate it like 100 times, but it's true. El Barto says, I'm outing my peeps. Stay safe. See you all next week. I'll see you next week, El Barto. Thank you for being loyal and coming back every single week. I can't wait to see you guys. We got some more videos coming out in the week as well, so I'll see you guys soon. Follow me on Instagram. This is like my 10th plug on that. Follow me on Instagram, you guys. Dayton.yt. It's as simple as that, Dayton.yt. So I appreciate it. Football Update says, I need to throw some push notifications on. Yes, sir. Smash the bell. Double smash it. Do whatever you got to do. Because I'd love to have you, man. You're still one of my favorites, and I appreciate it. Cali Halo, have a good night, guys. Peace out. And then Football Update says, I use you for all the ASMR at Big Daddy's Daddy. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Lucas, contact me, and I'll see you guys soon. Next week, once again, next week, probably at the same time. I will see you guys later. Episode 13 of the Dayton Live Show. Signing out. Peace out. Playa. And Jordan, yes, that cupcake was ASMR. I was licking the fingers for old time's sake. I'll see you later, Caleb. I'll see you later, my guy. Give me last 10 seconds of chat. I see you. Football updates. All right. Peace out, guys.